we are sorry for the delay here. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. We are getting ready to go racing here at FRR Racing. I apologize about the delay, as we are there. There are several laps in. We had technical difficulties, but we're going racing here at Daytona International Speedway. I got my dog B Nizzy up here with me. What's going on, B Nizzy? How you doing, my man?
Doing good, man. Glad to see you healthy and well, and
Um,
well, hear you healthy and well, fairly
I'm
healthy and well.
I'm not so healthy and well yet. I just got home from the hospital this afternoon. We should have done a trial run, but that was probably all my fault. But that's okay. But I am feeling better. I'm trying to get over it. We'll see how this goes. But I'm anxious to see how this race goes, as they are gone green. We are green and we are racing, and surprise, surprise, look who's in the lead.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
That's typical,
Not
all
much of a
right.
surprise.
As we always do, let's go through these drivers for you, introduce these guys. Typical in that number 10 car is Smithfield Ford. Hick Ross in the number 18. Hick Ross is having an awesome month. I expect him to do very, very well tonight. He's had a great month and a half so far. He's in that number 18 Toyota. King G in the 41, currently in second. Great run for King G. He's a super speedway racer. He knows how to get around Daytona. Currently running second. King G in the 41. Next up, Mucka in the number 2 Ford. Mucka currently running fourth position. He certainly knows how to go, as they're getting ready to go 2x2 here. Mucka in that number 2 discount Ford. Racer Rick, he's off in the grass. I think he hit the glitch there. There's that glitch in turn 3. I think he hit the glitch. Racer Rick in the number 34. That's going to hurt him real quick because he's going to be out of the draft. Racer Rick in the 34, but lucky we are only in stage 1. Next up, True Death in the number 3. True Death, he knows the owner. Certainly knows Daytona very well. He's riding in the back, but I think that's strategy. But True Death in that number 3 car. Her Showtime Hall. Look at Showtime Hall in the number 9. Now is taking second from Hick Ross in the 18. He gets me confused because it was Hurricane Hall forever. Now it's Showtime Hall. But Showtime Hall in that number 9, he is just like Hick Ross in the 18. He has had a great month and a half or two, and has shown some really, really good racing. Currently running second, and that number 9 Napa Chevy is Showtime Hall. Next up, Field Filler in the number 5, as he is currently in the lead. Field Filler now in the lead with that 5 car. He has a win under his belt back in Vegas early in the season. He's now in the lead in that 5 car. Field Filler leading the field on the point. Next up, Shovelhead in the number 22. Shovelhead driving that number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford. He's going to be straight in line there. He's going to look sharp tonight. I'm looking for Shovelhead to have a good run. Showtime Favre, there's the champion himself, the defending champion Showtime Favre. There he is in that number 4 Mobile Ford. He's sitting there right behind the 38 car. We'll get to him. 17 is Mac. Mac in the 17. There's Mac in that 17 car. He is right behind Mucka, riding that straight line. You see, it's just like a train right now. These guys, I think, are just going to kind of ride right now. We're in stage 1, early in stage 1, but there's Mac in that number 17, Fastenal Ford. Next up, Danny MD in the 45. He has had a dismal season. Good friend of mine. He has had a dismal season. But this is a track where he can turn around. Anybody can win at these play tracks. I'm going to watch for Danny MD to be real aggressive tonight. He's in that number 45 car. Pittman in the number 11. Everybody knows Pittman. Everybody knows FedEx. Everybody knows Pittman is in that FedEx number 11 Toyota. Dimebag's into 1. As we got Dimebag's into number 1. He has lost the draft as well. I wonder if he has hit that glitch as well. He is there in the numbers with the 7 car. The 7 car of THC. The 7 car of THC and Dimebags. They're getting ready to catch up to Racer Rick in the 34. Those 3 can get together and hopefully make up some time. And if not make up some time, not lose as much time. Next up is Scotty B. JCR Scotty B, last week's winner. He won his first race back here in FRR in that 42 black rifle car. There's Scotty B in that number 42. He is riding on that tail of Typical in the number 10. Look for this 42 to be up front all night tonight. THC, as you just said, THC in the number 7. They've coughed that number 34. Look for these 3 guys. Look as Dimebags and THC draft. Go around them. Look for the 34 Racer Rick to hook up on the back of them. And these 3 will ride together. Next up, 44 Rapid. He has had not the season he has wanted. He's in the 44 machine tonight. Look for him to kind of same thing with Danny MD. Danny MD. He came up in the mid-season. He started out in the Xfinity Rapid. He's been here all season and has not had the season as he's wanted to have. But as I said, as you know, here at Daytona, anything can happen and anybody can be a winner here on the plate track. Look for the 44 of Rapid to make a move and be very, very aggressive in that number 44. KB Showtime in the 38 as he's leading right in front of Favre right there in the middle of the pack. Showtime and that number 38 car. KB Showtime right behind Mac in the 17 as he's in that train line as he's kind of riding along in that number 38 Ford. Showtime Perky. What's with this Showtime thing? Showtime Perky. Perky in that number 14. He's in that 14 car. Perky in the 14 as he's making his way through the field as he as always, or generally always has a start in the back. As you know, as we start to see pit signals already being made here. Showtime Perky in that number 14. Showtime Flash in the number 24. There's Showtime Flash in the 24, drafting with True as he goes to the high side behind Perky as pit stops now trying to be being made. Showtime Flash in the 24. He's going to stay out at least one more lap as he's trying to make a pass around True Death, driving that 24 Chevrolet. J Lamb in the 48, coming down pit lane in that number 48 Ally Chevrolet. He's pitting with a bunch of these guys, Hick Ross, Field Filler, Shovelhead. He's coming down pit lane. J Lamb as well. He's looking to get a win here tonight. Look for him to be very, very aggressive. And that is our feel for tonight as Typical now takes over the lead. And I am out of breath.
Yeah, I bet you are. Here's that 42 car, last week's winner, up in second. Pit stops happening here. Oh, 42 going for the lead. Typical slid up. And he's going to get that lead. Scotty B, I believe is his name?
Scotty B in the 42.
Scotty B, okay. Typical all the way to the back of that pack. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he's just looking to pit here or something. And wanted to, or maybe he just slid up the track and lost the spot.
I think maybe he kind of slid up, but it also might be strategy as these guys looking to pit as we kind of want to go around the track as these other guys have picked. KB Showtime, and he's with Perky and Showtime Flash, and here comes Typical down pit lane now. That's why Typical got out of lane. Typical now going down pit lane, but
yeah, I think he just didn't want to get run over.
But look at this. He doesn't have any help.
Yeah, that's the problem.
He doesn't have a drafting partner. I think I see somebody else coming down pit road now. Do I see somebody coming down pit road now with him? I guess not. the 44 is. The 44 did come down pit road as well. That's what it was. Rapid came down with pit road, but Typical is way, way far ahead of him, as Typical, as you see, already down and away. Rapid now down and away. Rapid is way too far away. Typical's going to be all by himself, so I'm not sure if that was a wise move on Typical's part, as now here comes the leaders down pit road. KB Showtime, Favre, the 38 of Showtime Perky, and the 14, the 38 of, come on, what am I saying? The 38 of KB Showtime. What's with this Showtime thing? Do you have any, what's going on with this Showtime thing?
Well, it worked pretty well for Flash, so I guess, I mean, if it's worked for somebody else, racing's kind of a copycat sport, right?
I guess. I gotta get back.
I don't
know. I gotta get on so we can see Lita as we look at Perky now. Perky, as he's right on Favre. I look for Perky to stay right on the back of the defending champion Favre in that 4 car. As I'm gonna try to look around and get me what do you call it? Oh, dadgummit, I'm on the wrong thing. I gotta go different channel here, man. I am all messed up, man.
You're one of those nights.
I gotta get to my other channel so I can get to a there we go. So I'm on Showtime Flash's stream now, as Flash is in ninth position. As right now, looking at the leader, Favre is scored as a leader, so that's going to put Perky in 2nd. Showtime Flash here in 9th, but look at this pack that he's got all right next to him. He's got Muck up on the side, at Pittman on the outside, and the 17 of Mac as well. The 17 coming around as well. Mac in the 17 making the pass along with the 42 of Scotty B. So this pack, they're trying to get together to catch those leaders, as Mucka in the 2 car leading this group with Pittman right behind him. There's Pittman, and there you see the 2 groups there. As Showtime Flash is 13th. So that'll put Mucka in 7th. But right now, the 4 is showing as the leader. Let's find out where this 10 car is of Typical. Here's Typical here. Typical did get in line, and he did get with this group.
Didn't work out bad for him. He's not in the lead anymore, but I mean...
Yeah, these guys got together, as Typical now on the back bumper of True Death. As they try to run down, as these guys are all bunched up, we're running 2 by 2. They're not afraid to go to. They're not afraid for that high side. Look at that.
We're coming to the white flag here.
Of the this is going to be show for the stage 1. So here's a Favre for stage 1.
So these are 2 lap car. No. So the 9's leading.
Yep, this is the last lap here, as the 9 of Hurricane Hall, or Showtime Hall. I'm going to have to talk to him about that. As Showtime Hall, the leader now, as this is the last lap of stage 1. Once again, folks, I apologize about the technical difficulties. I've been sick. I just got home from the hospital. We had some technical difficulties getting started with the race.
Whoa!
Oh! He crossed the line. He crossed the line first. Hurricane Hall, we have a big wreck as he crossed the line, but I do believe Showtime Hall did get the
Yeah, he
win.
did get it.
Did get the stage win. I think he did get the stage win.
Yep, he got it.
As we have it scored. Yep, he did get the win. He stayed as Showtime Hall did get the stage win. And I'm trying to find if he. There we go. Showtime Hall in first. Hold on a second.
Field filler second, J Lamb third, and then the screen just changed.
Yeah. There we go. As yeah, field filler was second. J Lamb was third. Favre in fourth. Perky is at fifth. And then it was Mucka in sixth. Typical seventh. Shovelhead A. True Death in ninth. And Scotty B finished 10th in stage one. So we start stage two back up front here as field filler in first now with Showtime Hall right on his tail. But look at this outside line here, Nizzy. This outside line starting to form and starting to get a little momentum here. I believe that is Favre in the 4 car. He's leading this outside charge. He's got Perky, Mucka, and the 22 of oh my goodness, Shovelhead. I apologize, folks. I've been sick this whole past week. You know, I went to the hospital with 102.9 fever the other day, so I'm still coming over it.
You're good, man.
Getting in line now.
Typical got a little loose there. Yeah, that outside line. If they stay committed to it, you can make it work. But guys rarely stay committed to it. It usually takes a couple laps to get it wound up to where it could really have some power. But by that point, guys start bailing out of it.
Yeah, it kind of dissipated as Scotty B, he saw that started to dissipate, so he tucked in line behind the 38 of KB Showtime as the line starts to form. And the big loser on that is going to be the 22 of Shovelhead. Or I'm sorry, that's not the shovel. I guess that no, I'm sorry. That's going to be the 34 of Racer Rick. Racer Rick in the 34 was the big loser on that, as he was caught to the outside and he got dropped all the way back to the back along with the 18. Of Hickross. So Hickross in danger now of losing the draft here. He's barely sniffing the draft of THC. He's got to get that pedal to the metal. He must have lost some momentum. And when he was on the outside and that train came right by him and he lost a lot of momentum. I don't know. If he's got the draft, I don't think he's even got the draft. I think he's just now losing the draft. So he might be in a little bit of trouble. As we've got a train line now all the way down the backstretch as field filler now leads the line all the way down the backstretch with Showtime Hall in second. I kind of get short on breath a little bit. Said J-Lam is going to be very aggressive tonight. Look at him up here in third. Look at J-Lam in the 48 and the third here, Nizzy.
Yeah, got a couple guys up in the front here who can. Well, Hurricane Hall for sure. Showtime Hall there in second. He's on the bubble. Between him and Mucka, who's going to make this first round of the playoffs. So. Okay, he's making a strong run right now.
When you look at there's that he's kind of took a peek to the outside. He was trying to test that outside to see if Pittman would go with him. Almost wanted to test him a little bit, but you said that the number 9 of Showtime Hall is on the bubble with Mucka on the playoffs?
Yep, that's the battle for 12th.
That's the battle for 12th in the final playoff spot?
Yes, sir.
I didn't get a chance to look at the final points this week. And so Showtime Hall, he has no choice but to put that pedal to the metal and try to get a win here. A win would definitely get him into the playoffs, that's for sure.
Yeah, that stage win is going to help him. And yeah. He's certainly doing himself all the favors he needs to right now.
As we got a train as we are in stage 2. Typical in 9th and Flashback in 10th. I'm looking for these guys to kind of hook up. Also, the Favre, who's right here with Shovelhead, right behind Shovelhead. As he's following in the train. Probably going to look at some green flag pit stops, probably in the next 7 to 8 laps. Let's check on Mac on here. Kind of taking a look back on the back here on Mac. As Mac following Danny MD in that 45 machine.
See these guys giving each other a lot of room. Everybody's just riding right now. Nobody really pushing the issue here.
Yeah, everybody's...
I'd say most of these guys aren't even probably most of them half throttle right now around most of this track, besides the leaders.
Everybody's being very, very patient. Everybody's being very patient. It's almost like they're trying to see who wants to go to the outside and who will go with the outside. Now, I mean, you would think that there would be the teammates. You know, if the teammates can get hooked up, then that might help. But these guys are kind of the teammates are all kind of spread out a little bit. You know.
Yeah, that's a long train. I don't know if one group of cars, group of teammates can really do anything on the outside. It's almost not worth losing your spot to try to make something happen right now. Especially when you got pit stops coming up, things are going to get shuffled out. There's a time where everyone's just content with riding and letting it play out.
And it's definitely not something where it's going to be where it's going to be all Chevy pit stop, all Ford pit stops. It's not like a Chevy versus... Oh, now we got some guys going to the top. Scotty B's got a little bit of help going to the top. He's going to start making a run. He's got some help with True Death and the 44 of Rapid. They're going to the top now. They're going to see if they can make something work to the top. And that didn't last very long as they went right back on down. They gave it a try, though. They did give it a try. They wanted to see if they could get some momentum, but they just couldn't. They're too far apart. They're too far apart to where they couldn't get that momentum built. And I think, being as a here they go. See, this is where you want to try it, is on the back stretch.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't get the run that he wanted to. Scotty B didn't get the run that he wanted. But that's where you want to get your run. If you're going to make a run to the high side, you want to get it off of turn 2, down that back stretch, so where you can get that momentum. And here he goes again on the front stretch. He's trying. Scotty B really wants to get this top side working. He's kind of testing it.
Well, they got nothing to lose when they're towards the back of the pack right there. So that's where it's going to come from. If it's going to happen.
Well, they got the draft to lose.
I mean, if they really mess something up, I mean, they should be able to. I mean, it's possible. I just see they keep trying it again.
Yeah.
Just not getting any momentum.
And THC in the 7, he has lost the draft. And remember, folks, there is that glitch that we saw Racer Rick in the 34 hit that glitch. Where's Racer Rick? Here's Racer Rick here. In that, all the way in the back here. He's now with the draft. He's following the 41 at King G. King G started up front and is up front and is up in the second spot. They're now back here in the back. I think these guys are just kind of riding right now because a lot can happen. You know, you see something happen up front, you know, you can make a run. But here's Racer Rick. I'm glad to see Racer Rick. He was able to recover from hitting that glitch, because that glitch can throw you for a ride. Believe me, that glitch made me go head over heels and barrel roll.
Yeah, there's one on the backstretch too.
Yeah, right off of turn 2.
There's one on the backstretch and one in... Whoa, I just heard some heavy contact. I don't know where.
As the number 7 of THC, he made his pit stop. Probably a good move on THC's part. He went ahead and made a early pit. Probably a good move on his part, because these guys should be pitting here in the next couple of laps. As field fillers still on the lead. Showtime Hall right behind him, right on his heels.
Here they go.
Now those two,
typical
those
Favre, Shovelhead, Perky, big group. I think Flash. Who's that next to Flash? The 38. Not Racer Rick in the 38, or
KB Showtime.
No, that's KB Showtime. Yeah.
Favre in the 4. Mac all by himself now, so that broke up the field a lot.
Hick Ross is all by himself out there too. I don't know if something happened to him or if he made a pit stop, but he's riding around by himself.
I think he was with the group that ended up.
Here comes Hull. Here comes the rest of the leaders, most of them at least.
And I think that was a big communication part, as he was with that group that pitted. Now here comes the second group. Pittman, Mucka, J-Lam, Field Filler, the leader, and Showtime Hall all coming down pit road. So right now that leaves the 42 being scored as the leader of Scotty B, with True Death and Rapid in the 44 and third. Now these guys haven't pitted yet, obviously. But these guys will be pitting right now. Here they come. They're coming down to pit together now. So here these three guys coming down pit as the 42 was being scored the leader. So things are really gonna change up now. As we've got
now Hurricane Showtime Hole caught the grass just a bit coming off a pit road, and it slowed him down, and it's field filler behind him had to check up really hard and still tapped him in the back, and that we'll see as we get close to the end of this stage if that affects them being able to catch this pack that's in front of them. But wait, maybe I'm wrong, because they were the leaders coming in. So it might not mean anything, actually. Yeah, they're gonna whatever that pack was that passed them is behind them.
It really split things up of pitting in such different laps, because we got 6 laps to go.
Yeah, no, I don't think that. Whoa, I don't think that pack. I don't know if they could have caught that pack anyway, but it doesn't look like they're not the leaders yet.
Nope, they're not.
The 9 and the 5. Right now we got who we got leading?
As we
showing
look right now.
Hull and
fourth. Right now, Favre is the leader. Favre is in first. Shovelhead is in second. Perky in third. Typical in fourth. And Showtime Flash is being shown in the fifth position, with KB Showtime in sixth. So that worked out.
Hull seventh,
well.
Field Filler eighth, and they're the ones. They got J-Lam ninth behind them. I'm not sure who's behind J-Lam, but it's a pack of about 5 from 8th, so it's about 8th to, I guess, 13th or so.
Well,
and they got a big gap between them and 6th.
That worked out well because remember, this group pitted first.
Yep.
So when this group pitted first, that second group of Field Filler, Showtime Hall, Pittman, and J-Lam and Mucka, who was the lead pack, completely switched it up. So that pitting that one lap early was all the difference in changing everything up. Because now the 4 of Favre is the leader. As we come around this next time by, as we've crossed the line, we have only got 3 laps to go in stage 2. I can tell you, I can tell you one thing, Nizzy. This group of Field Filler, Hurricane Hall, J-Lam, they're not very happy. They are not very happy about that situation at all. I can promise you.
Yep.
How you doing, Hollywood? Yes, I apologize about coming in a little bit late, man. I just, we had some technical difficulties coming in, but I see your periods. Hollywood's giving us some, what do you call it? Some reply or whatever, some remarks or whatever. The periods. As we come around now, Favre turn the leader. Now, if you're Shovelhead in that 22, as we were on the 1 lap to go, this is the final lap of stage 2. Oh, I appreciate that, Hollywood. Thank you very, very much. Okay, see, this is what I was talking. Now, here we go. As they're going to go 3 wide as Perky. Now, Perky almost had to go below line. Now we're 2 by 2. This is for the stage. As Shovelhead now takes the lead. Shovelhead takes the lead around Favre. Shovelhead coming off of turn 4. As Perky comes to the outside, Perky not going to make it. And Shovelhead's going to take stage 2. What a move by Shovelhead. Wow. As Shovelhead takes stage 2, Favre in second, KB Showtime in third, Perky in fourth, Typical in fifth, Flash in sixth, Showtime Hall in 7th, Field Filler in 8th, Mucka 9th, and Pittman in 10th. So just that one green flag pit stop, pitting one lap earlier made all the difference for these guys, but Shovelhead made it an incredible move around Favre to get that stage win. As we begin
to answer...
What's that?
To answer Hollywood's question, coming into the race, Hull has 465 points and Mucka 449. So a 16-point difference, and Hull won stage 1. So, and he just finished 8th in stage 2. So I'm guessing Hull, that gap has widened now. So Malka might be in a must-win situation at this point. Now, don't want to say for sure. I mean, anything can happen, but he might be in a situation where the only thing now that gets him into the playoffs is a win. So watch for that too to be aggressive.
I think you're exactly right. I think you hit the nail on the head with the way that things are happening. As far as the points, with Hull winning that stage, that it's almost forcing Mucka's hand to go for the win. But he's back here kind of in the back as he's 3 wide for a second here.
That don't matter. We got a long race. And it's Daytona.
Well, it's
long stage,
shorter.
I mean.
It's getting shorter. It's getting shorter.
Like I said, it's Daytona. But, I mean, what we saw the first 2 stages, what we're seeing kind of right now, guys are just giving each other space, riding single file, but that's going to change at some point now. I mean, it's going to get a lot more hectic than it's been. Guys are going to start trying to make moves, trying to get every spot they can. I mean, on the one hand, you got really the only 2 that are really racing for much right now are Hull and Mucka. But on the other hand of that, everybody else is kind of just racing for a win right now. So I expect as we get closer to the end of this race, it's gonna get a little more. And here we go already. The leader's moving up to the outside. FRR and Perky trying to make something happen. Nobody's gonna go with them though. I'll see that. They're gonna lose a bunch of spots for that effort. Perky gets back in line. FRR tried to, but couldn't, and J-Lam got into him a little bit. They held it together. And now FRR's been lined. Somehow FRR got in front of Perky.
I just sent you a message, Facebook message on the phone there, Niz.
All right.
You're right, absolutely right.
Gotcha. So we got Shovelhead here, True Death, KB Showtime, Typical, and Scotty B, your top 5 at Daytona. So a couple guys trying to go to the outside in the back there. I think that was Hick Ross and that Danny B? Danny MD. I think they tried to get high, but nothing happened.
Did you get that message I sent to you?
Yeah, I got you. I'm trying. I just not much to.
Okay, no, you're doing good. I just didn't see if you got it or not. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Not sure if fuel mileage maybe will come into play. No reason for me to think it will, but also no reason for me to think it won't. I'm not the best. I'm not too good at math when it comes to fuel mileage. If you watch my races, I run out of gas a lot. So, but just a thought. As I'm watching True Death all over the back bumper of Shovelhead, I'd imagine those 2 are wide open. While the rest of these guys, most of them, probably not using as much fuel, leaving a lot of space between each other. I don't think it'll come into play, but there's something to maybe look out for if the 3 and the 22 continue to lead here. Whoa, a mess in the back. 44 to 2, a big wash of cars, as you like to say, Shady. Mucka's involved in that. Well, he's in that pack. Yeah, we do.
We got a caution.
Not sure what happened. I wonder if that was part of that. Cars at the very tail end of the field just started getting all squirrely and stuff.
And then I look, look, I'm on the driver scanner here, and they're even saying that nobody crashed.
Yeah, that was odd.
Nobody wrecked. I think they just got really, like you said, it was a big wash of cars, and everybody was just all together, all mixed up, washing together, and almost appeared that somebody got.
I wonder if someone got sideways and a couple of them hit their brakes to try to check up, and that's what brought out the caution.
I think you're exactly right, because as soon as you said that, I put it on Showtime Hall, and as soon as I put the camera on Showtime Hall, he was hitting the brakes as those guys were getting really squirrely.
Note to drivers in competitive leagues: hit the brakes if you're involved in a wreck. I mean, as you can, that's pretty realistic right there. I mean, people always complain, how's it not a caution? How's it not a caution? Well, because you're driving a video game and you're not scared of getting hurt, so when guys are wrecking around you, you just keep your foot in the throttle. Guys hit their brakes and try not to wreck, then the caution comes out.
Yeah, and then, you know...
That one there, that was odd, though.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, when somebody says the, oh, you know what? You know, the, oh, you know, the old S word, you know, and somebody says the OS word and everybody starts to panic, you know, so.
Yeah.
Shovelhead still going to maintain the lead. The field filler, he is in the position nobody wants to be in.
Yeah.
At Daytona on a restart.
He's got some good cars behind him, though.
He does. He does. And I don't know if it's going to help. I mean, we're going to see here. He's got some teammates behind him. He's got Flash behind him. And
we know Perky won the season opener at Dega. Oh no, here at Daytona, right?
Here at Daytona, yeah. Perky won here.
He's up there on the outside. He's had a good run tonight. Showtime Flash in between them. You know what he can do at any track, really. Again, though, I don't really think it makes much of a difference. We still got a long way to go. I think they'll all kind of just fall in, and Showtime Flash is going to have an easy job at the... Yeah, see, I think that was orchestrated right there. The way they just kind of both just slid in right at the start.
Yeah, and I think
they let these two get away, and then they just slid down.
I think that was a friendly gesture by the champ Favre, letting Flash and Field Filler come on down. As there's a big gaping hole, almost kind of saying, "Hey, you can come on down." But look at this wash of cars behind them here. They're going 2 by 2 back here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got 3 wide, and now we got Pittman
in the wall. And Ross head on to the wall. Big hit for Hick Ross. He's spinning. And watch, we got a caution for no wreck, and I bet you we don't get a caution here.
Oh, we got some other cars in the wall. J Lamb was up into the wall as well with the 42. We got cars
Mac
all
Attack's
over
in the wall now. He got loose.
The one car.
And now the caution's out.
He got split up. Yeah, you know the caution was coming out on that. As Scotty B got together, I can't remember who was this. Scotty B.
Oh no, caution is not out. Those guys just have to slow up.
I would think they're probably just race it to the line. Don't they race it to the line?
Oh, maybe Emmanuel. I thought the game called a caution.
No, I'm just Emmanuel caution. Yes, they're under caution, manual caution. Maybe some of them are running out of gas like me.
And look, Mucko's now in front of Hall. What? Something happened to Showtime Hall. So that's something to look at here. Again, I don't, unless Mucko really makes a charge here and gets a top 5 finisher, so I would imagine that the math won't work out where he can get that spot in the playoff standings over Hall. But he is in front of him right now, so I'm sure the 9 car wants to get back in front of him.
Yeah, he's one frat in front of him, and I tell you what, Hick Ross he gave me even a bigger headache than I already have. Hitting that wall head on as he got together with Pittman in the 11 car as they were 3 wide, and Hick Ross hit that wall pretty much. Good thing for those safer barriers, huh?
Yeah.
Now, we got a little trickster out here. We got a little trickster. Look at Dimebags. Look at this trickster Dimebags in the 1 car staying out.
Well, is he a lap down maybe?
I'm not sure if he's a lap down, but even if he's a lap, if he was he might be taking the waiver.
No, he's staying in first.
He's just stayed out. He wanted to lead.
Okay.
This could be interesting on how this works out.
It could be.
Because I mean, you remember they just had that manual pit stop, that manual caution, maybe only 2 or 3 laps prior to this caution. So, and Dimebags was in the rear, so this might be a very clever move on Dimebags' part.
We will see. Hall might have made a pit strategy because he's got about 5 rows on Mucka now. He's got back to mid-pack. Wonder if maybe he took 2 tires or fuel only, or... He's back in 10th, row 5. Mucka's in about 16th or 18th.
Yeah, Mucka's back there pretty far. He's right behind Racer Rick. He's kind of towards the back here.
There they go. One's on the gas. Same thing as before. 5 and 24 slide in front of that 4 car.
Tell you what, I tell you who's going for the win for tonight, and that's that 3 car at True Death.
Oh yeah.
True Death is going for the win tonight, man.
Has he gotten a win on the year yet?
Nope. He has been winless so far this year.
Good place to do it.
I'm looking back here in the back as Showtime Hall is all alone. He's back here all the way in the back.
Really? What is going on with that 9 car?
He was caught
He restarted
high.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah, wasn't he was on the top side.
He was, but so was like 10 guys behind him.
I'm not sure. Looks like he's got some damage. He may have gotten into the wall. Looks like he's got some damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That car. He is in the draft though. He is in the draft. I'm not sure
Oh,
where
he's got a...
Mucka is, but that when you get that stage win could definitely make the difference. The Dimebag's now still the leader, but that 3 car. I'm telling you what, I like to see that 3 car in victory lane tonight. I like to see a lot of these guys in victory lane tonight, to be honest with you. I'd like to see Dimebags get that win in that 1 car. I'd like to see Field Filler get a second win. I really want to see Shovelhead, Perky, Showtime Hall, Hickross. I would love any of those guys to get Mac especially. I love to see Mac get a win.
Still time for really anybody to get it. Got about what do we got here?
13
We're
laps
coming
to
up.
go.
Yeah, 13 to go.
Yep, they got 13 to go. And I'm not sure if this is going to work out for Dimebags, because I think he's not going to have enough for fuel.
Yeah.
Especially being out front, you're burning all the fuel. You're burning more fuel than everybody behind you in the draft. And being in the draft, you know, you're only running half throttle, or even maybe quarter throttle. So I'm not sure. I can't see that the 1 car of Dimebags having enough fuel to even make it to the end.
How many laps do you know to get to a tank?
I think they get a total of 16.
Oh yeah, we restarted with 16 to go, so he's got to be a lap or 2 short at the very least.
And Mac, he hit the wall. He's lost the draft. They're starting to race hard back here in the back. Up front here, not so much. I think they're kind of waiting until they get to that.
Here they go. Here they go.
Early.
Oh, wow, they're gonna hang out the leaders. The whole field going high. Here, who's gonna go down? Is that True Death? Oh yeah, True Death tried to get up, came back down, still trying to get up. Now he gets tucked in. Now he's gonna get hung. He finally got up to the outside, and then the rest of the field went low. Alright, tough break for True Death and Dimebags. Really tough break for True Death, because he was hung low and now he's hung high. And now he finally gets in line. Field Filler back to the point.
Yep, Field Filler to the point. Flash in second. Favre in third. And check out who's in fourth.
That would be a Perky, right?
That would be the Perky.
We have 8 to go. I'm sorry, 9 to go at the line.
Thank goodness.
So now that really split the field now. Got 2 packs. This front pack trying to separate itself. Well, Dimebags is still leading. He's just not leading the lead pack anymore.
Right. He's got Scotty B in the 42 behind him, along with Shovelhead.
And that gap that we saw race between cars has disappeared. These guys are all bumper to bumper. Everybody's pushing, trying to make the guy in front of him make a mistake, try to fill the hole, get him to slide up and fill that hole. Nobody's giving an inch now.
Here comes the second pack now. Scotty B. Scotty B, they want to get around Dimebags and J-Lam, and they're going to do it. As Scotty B... Ooh, a little contact right there between the 11 and Dimebags. Hick Ross as well following Pittman. In this second pack, as now Scotty B leads this second pack with the 22 of Shovelhead with True Death behind him, but look at the interval between the first and second group.
Yeah, I don't see them catching that first pack. There's not enough time. Gonna have 6 to go when they cross the line.
Yeah, that first pack.
Once we get a caution, it's this lead pack that.
Up in here. Yeah, check out King G.
Yeah, he's been up there most of the race.
Yeah, King G now up to 8 in this 41 car with this lead pack. He's hanging right here with Typical. He's having a great race. King G is. My man from B-More. Right up the street from me.
Yeah.
Good to see him having a good race. He might be sitting in the catbird seat. You never know. I mean, you know, him and Typical, they could be sitting in the catbird seat.
Oh, yeah.
If something starts happening.
We haven't talked about Typical since the beginning of the race when he was leading. And, yeah, like you said, he could definitely be someone to watch here in these closing laps.
5 to go as this pack back here is all scrambled up. Mucka trying to make his way forward as Showtime Hall is 2 cars behind Mucka. Scotty B hung out to dry, but they're separated by simply 2 cars. But the man out front right... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hendrick hung out to dry.
Oh, the 14 dipped. The 14 dipped on the 4.
He wants to... His teammate.
Yeah, teammate. He got Typical's teammate behind him.
Well, he dipped on his teammate too, the 4.
You're right.
That's what I was saying. I forgot Typical's his teammate too. I was surprised he did that.
2 by 2.
You know what? Coming down in the end. Gotta do what you gotta do. Perky wants that win.
Come on, Perky. Go ahead. Oh, Perky shut the door on the 10 car.
Diebags is pitting. So you were right.
Yep, you're right.
He needs fuel.
Yep, just like I do.
Man, that outside line just can't hold that momentum.
We've got 3 laps to go, so that
oh no, never mind.
Yep.
Sorry. Lap car confused me.
As when they cross the line, they're gonna only have 2 laps to go.
You see, Field Filler was trying to get up in front of his teammate, the 24, but just couldn't, and now the 24 kind of comes down. Now they're back to single file.
I'm wondering now if Flash is in the catbird seat. If these guys get together. As KB Showtime, now they're going to start to make a move. Oh, contact made. Showtime flash. I think Showtime. I think it was the 41 of King G and got into the side. And now Favre is left out to dry. Is this the last lap?
Coming to it now, yep.
Coming to a
White
lap.
flag.
Okay, so we have one lap. White lap flag is out. One lap to go at Daytona. Typical your leader. Daggone it, I just screwed up the thing. There it is. Typical your leader. One lap to go. Field filler in second. They got all the momentum on the bottom. Here comes Perky and Flash on top, but they're only on 2 cars. Here comes KB Showtime up to help him on the top, so he's going to go 2 by 2. Typical on turn 3. He's got Field Filler behind him. Field Filler looking to get around. Here comes Typical. They're going to go 3 wide. Here comes Typical to the line. Typical going to win at Daytona.
You called it. You called it. He said, watch out for that Typical when he was running like 6, and he was in the catbird seat apparently, like you said. Hurricane Showtime Hall finished a couple spots behind Mucka, but they were both pretty. I don't think Mucka was close enough to the front for it to mean anything, so I think it's, I don't want to say for sure, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Showtime Hull will get that spot in the playoffs, that final 12th spot.
Congratulations to Typical getting the win at Daytona. Field Filler in second. Showtime, the champ, Showtime Favre in third. Perky comes in fourth. KB Showtime in fifth. Showtime Flash in sixth. King G in seventh. Shovelhead in eighth. Mucka in ninth. And Rapid rounds out the top 10. Boy, do they put on a show, don't they?
Hmm?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm
Wiped out.
I'm wiped, man.
Well, I appreciate you. I hope you didn't overdo it. Glad you can make it, but you know, make sure you get that rest in, man. Certainly gave it. You didn't sound too under the weather. You're on your A game.
I can tell you, it started catching up with me a little bit. With the medicine I took and everything like that, it really catching up with me. But we're gonna get these these leaders on in here and have a little bit of an interview. But yeah, man, I'm wiped out. I got discharged from the hospital. I got home about 5 o'clock, I guess it was. I don't even know. Alright, well, let's get Showtime Perky, KB, wait a minute, no. Typical. Trying to get why isn't it, there we go, that's what I want to see. Typical, Field Filler, and Sharp Favre. Give me 1 second, folks, let me get these guys on in here. Why don't they just send the invite to come on in here? Why do they gotta make me do this? You know what? I gotta tell them that. I'm gonna tell them. If you get the podium, just send me the daggone thing. Alright, typical field filler and alright, there's field filler, Favre, and Showtime Favre. And then, of course, typical shows that he's offline. So, I gotta go all the way down to the very bottom, and wait for the screen to load. I'm not, and then finally find him. Come on. There he is. Alright. And now we'll come back on over to the screen. And we'll get on over to the champ.
Fellas. Hello,
What's up?
there?
Yeah, just trying to get this sorted out here. Good.
So we're just waiting on Favre. Come on, Favre. Come on, champ, hurry up. There he is. There he is. Now he's got here. Alright, now. What a race, guys. What a race. Want to apologize once again for the technical difficulty. Trying to get everything. I got home from the hospital, and B Nizzy was going to do the broadcast tonight, but we had technical difficulties, so I just jumped up and we got this thing done for you guys. So we start on lap 7, but you guys put on a heck of a race. And Showtime Favre, congratulations, man, in that 4 car, man. It looks like you had a heck of a car, man. You look like, what kind of plan did you have there at the end, coming to the end of the race? What kind of plan did you have?
Well, 5 SHR cars were lined up together, and we were making a plan to get around Flash and Field and then battle it out from there. But as soon as I went high to get around Field and try and continue to pull the cars behind me, my teammate made a rogue move and put me by myself up high.
You mean a 38?
And the 38. But overall, it was a good race. Kind of did the opposite of what I was planning on doing there at the end. I had a gear to make it, so we would only have to take half a can. And it was working out perfectly. And then a couple of cautions came out, and that ended that. So overall, great run by SHR. Congrats to Ty. Congrats to Ty. That's all I'm gonna say. On yet another one, but no, I thought it was just gonna play out a little bit different there at the end, and I mean, I still came home third, but all teammates up there I was thinking something different was gonna go down. Not necessarily me winning, but I thought something a little different was gonna happen and be a little bit smoother. But we were all blocking each other and just got a little discombobulated. So overall, great run by SHR, great run by Field and Flash 9, and Shout out to my Showtime brothers. We are not a racing group. We are a brotherhood outside of this game that have become so close over the last year that if anybody thinks differently, that's not it.
Okay, and
So
I wanted to ask that because I'm wondering about that. What is with the Showtime? I noticed a lot of name changes with the Showtime, and you mentioned a brotherhood. It, so kind of elaborate on that a little bit, for our fans that are watching.
I had met Kyle, Donnie, which is KB Showtime Daha Jr., and Flash 9 my rookie year, 2.5, 3 years ago, and we just started talking quite a bit. We never share setups. Like, if people think that Flash and I share setups, like, we're trying to beat each other every single week. Like, it's a friendly rivalry on Sundays between him and I. And there's no setup sharing. There's no trying to all run together as one group. It's people think that, oh, well, all the fast guys are in here. Well, no, that's not it. It's just happened to be that, well, Flash and I have been running door to door the last 3 seasons, 4 seasons, 5 seasons, whatever it's been. Perky is a teammate of mine, so I have to work with him. Kyle is a teammate, so I have to work with him. So it's frustrating when people are trying to write a narrative that is not there. I'll probably get some heat for this, but I overheard, I'm not going to say their name, but I overheard some talking today and yesterday, and that is not it at all. I am still Favre. I am still Favre forever. I am still driving the exact same way that I have driven. Same thing for Flash 9. Same thing for Perky. It just so happened, like I said, that Perky, Kyle, and I are all on the same team. So what would you like us to do?
I completely understand. I completely understand, and cause I noticed that that Hurricane Hall had the Showtime in his name too. So I think that's awesome, man. I think that's
I
absolutely
appreciate it.
awesome, and having that brotherhood, and you use that word, a brotherhood, and a lot of times that's what we have, and that's what my partner, my dog here, B Nizzy, and I have. We kind of have our brotherhood,
Hmm.
Yeah,
and
but I'll
I
kick your ass
respect
any
that.
chance I get when we get on track. You know that. Nah, I'm just playing.
But
But
congratulations on getting third, man, and preparing for the playoffs, and really looking forward to seeing you go for another championship this season, brother.
I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for biting the bullet. I'm not sure what's going on. If it's the same thing that you said last week, I hope everything gets better for you. It couldn't do anything without you. Like Mucka and everybody else says, we'd just be 21 guys driving around a track with the only people that know what's going on. So appreciate you and B Nizzy and Nick, 2019 champ, I believe is his name, for stepping in last week. He did an amazing job. So he is welcome back with both of you anytime. But congrats to Typical on the win, and Field Filler, really happy to see you running up front all race this race, and glad you could finish P2. I wish I could have finished P1, but if I had to finish behind somebody, I'm glad it's you.
Well, thank you, little buddy.
Congratulations, man. You earned it, man. Enjoy this win. Get yourself ready for a playoff, and I can't wait to watch you run for another championship in the playoffs, man. I can't wait for the playoffs to start next week and see you go for yet another championship, my man.
All right, appreciate you, buddy.
Yes,
Good race,
sir.
Paul.
Yeah.
And let's bring in someone who's finally made it back up into the booth, and that's the driver of this number 5 car, Field Filler. Field, congratulations, man, on getting P2. That was you had a heck of a race. You were up front a lot during this race tonight.
Yeah. Well, I noticed early on in in stage one that I thought, man, this is going to be the most boring TV. Here we are, all in a single line, and everybody's checking up, saving fuel. I know what they're doing. I told my teammates, I said, I I don't care about the points. This I am not. I don't want this to be this boring of a race. So I decided to go to the top, and whatever happened would happen. And it took about five laps up there, but finally enough people came up there, and they were all saving so much fuel down there at the bottom that you know we were able to drive around them, and so that's what got me out in the lead. And then so I was thankful for the fuel saving stuff that was going on. It allowed me to do that.
Well,
So, but then when I was out front, I was going to stay on the bottom. That was it. I do want to say though, it is weird. I will say SHR easily could have got the top 4 spots had they waited long enough for those 4 cars to get around us there at the end. I was as surprised as anybody to see that hangout afar, but it's probably what got me the second place finish, But I was totally shocked when that happened. I didn't expect that, probably just like Favre didn't. But they could have got all 4. There should have been all 3 of the SHR cars up here. The way I see it. So I just got lucky with some of the other folks getting greedy a little early, but that's pretty much the way my race went. Never had no mistakes, no accidents, no black flags, so I ran a perfect race. And I need to thank Hurricane. Hurricane hooked me up with a setup because I don't run plate tracks much. My setup sucked here. Hurricane hooked me up. I worked with him all week to work on our strategy. This is where we are.
well, talk about the last lap. When we came to the last lap, did you have a plan in place to try to get around that guy Typical?
Well, I would have waited till the last lap to do it, where the move that I would have made would have been the only move that could have been made, right? After that, there's no moves left to make. So that was my strategy once they got around. And I had, originally Flash, my teammate, was behind me when we were up front. And we knew that we couldn't stop those SHR cars, so we were going to have to let them go. I thought they were going to wait until the end to do it. I didn't know they were going to do it that early. And then when Typical and KB jumped down to the bottom in front of me, I was like totally shocked. And so then everybody started racing, and I stayed right basically on them. KB went up to make a move, and I went under him to get behind Typical. And by the time I would have made my move on Typical there at the end, which I still tried anyway, I was only 1 car. Nobody was close enough to help me. I still tried to go up top. He still threw the block. He didn't need to. I couldn't have passed him, but he threw the block anyway. Yeah, that. I was a lone wolf at that point, so there was nothing I could do. So.
Congratulations. And what is this? Real quick, one last question. What does this do for your momentum heading into the playoffs, getting second here at Daytona? What does this do for you as far as your momentum going into the playoffs and your mindset? What does that do for your momentum and your mindset?
It doesn't do anything. Daytona's a crapshoot. We all know that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about good. It's a second place finish. How does that? Will you use it? Will you be able to use that momentum going into the playoffs?
No, I'm just being realistic. No, I got what I got, and that's all I got for the rest of the tracks that are remaining. So, you know, if I've got a top five car, hopefully that's what I'm shooting for. These, the typicals and the FARs, the flashes, I, you know, I pretty much don't have anything for them. So I know where my place is, and that's kind of where I try to run. I do the
Uh,
best I can with what I got.
your place is with one of the best. You've been proving it all season. Been running in the top five in points all season. You were in the top four. You were in the final four last season, and you got a good shot of being in the final four this season, man. I'm excited to see you also in the playoffs, man. You're a heck of a driver. Congratulations on getting second tonight, my friend.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yes, sir. And let's go to somebody who we are so very familiar with, and that's this guy in this 10 car. Typical.
What's going on, man?
Typical, my friend. How are you able to pull this off on that final move? Like what? Go through that final move for me on taking that lead that got you that win.
Yeah, me, Favre, KB, Perky, we're all lined up right there to get around the Hendrick guys, and I didn't know Perky was gonna make that move. I wasn't even expecting it. I was just gonna push whoever I could, but then he did, and just from reaction, I went with him. The second gives me a better shot than fourth to win the race, so helped him out, and into the last lap, I was pushing him. KB backed up a run on the outside, and I didn't really see it coming that quick. They were coming fast, and it was a little bit late, but I don't think I did anything too dirty. Honestly, I think it was a pretty clean move. It kind of slowed them up a little bit, but I don't think it was that outrageous in my opinion. But yeah, with that move, we got me out front. I was able to protect both lanes and capture the dub.
Well, you can even ask when you watch the broadcast, you can even ask B Nizzy when there was about, I don't know, what was it, Nizzy? Was it like 7, 8, 9 laps left to go? You were about in, I don't know, 6th or 7th place. I said, watch that 10 car. He is in the cat seat. Watch that 10 car in that cat seat. When you were in that spot, about, I guess you're about 6th or 7th or something like that. Maybe about 8, 9 laps to go. I told B Nizzy, I said, watch that 10 car. Did you have a plan in place on that, or were you just kind of waiting for the guys in front of you to make a move, or did you have a plan in place right then?
No, I didn't have a plan. The only plan I really had was to work with my teammates and make sure one of us went at least. And yeah, I didn't really have a plan. I just let go with the flow, man. That's all I did. It's Daytona. You can't predict anything that's gonna happen, so got lucky.
Well, I tell you what, man, you've had. I gotta congratulate you officially. No, can congratulate you on winning the regular season championship. What is
Boo. Good. Congratulations, Ty. First person to take the regular season championship in this is the fourth season. So from me, but congratulations, man. You busted your hump this year, and really proud of how you have improved as a driver and being more consistent, and it's definitely showing on track. It's not going to in the playoffs, I can promise you that, but for the regular season, buddy, like, you did phenomenal. So congratulations.
I appreciate you, man. Without Favre's help, man, I couldn't be where I'm at. This guy, after almost every race this season, he would call me after the race and teach me about racing, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I give props to Favre for how far I've come.
Oh, I can typical. You have been on an absolute tear you've been winning after winning. You've been winning in FRR. You've been winning in Ruthless, FTR. You've been winning nonstop. I mean, what is I mean, what is this championship? How much does this championship really mean to you in this league, FRR, a premier top league? What does this mean to you?
Oh, well, we're not there yet. Hopefully we can make it, but I know it's going to mean a lot if I do end up winning. I got some of the best guys on this game in here. In FAR, Flash 9, Scotty B. Well, Scotty B's late, but he is one of the best anyway. So it's going to mean a lot if I could end up finishing this out the way I want to.
Well, congratulations, Typical, on getting this win and winning the regular season championship. Congratulations to all you guys. You put on one heck of a regular season. It's been an honor, and cannot wait for the playoffs to start next week, where the gloves will really, really come off. And Nizzy, hey, what do you what's the last thing you got to say about it tonight?
Darlington, baby. That's all I got.
Darlington.
Darlington with all the, I don't know, I'm tired now. I got nothing else. I like Darlington. That's my last statement. Playoffs, Darlington. Let's go. Good race, boys.
That's all. That's it for me as well. Thank you guys, everybody, for watching. We are nothing without you. Want to thank all the fans watching and tuning in. Want to thank everybody. Get ready next week. Get on the edge of your seats and get your popcorn ready for playoffs. Thank you all. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that daggone little bell. Thank you all for watching. Congratulations for Typical getting first, Field Filler in second, and Favre in third. Thank you all for watching. We will see you all next week in the same bat time and bat channel. Everybody have a wonderful night.